How's everybody doing today? So, if I have trouble talking, I'm sorry. I drank some soda, and the ice was sharp coming out of the dispenser on the fountain drink, and actually one of the ice pieces cut inside my throat. So I'm having a hard time talking. It's just weird. You don't think ice would do that, but it was sharp enough to where it didn't melt by the time it cut right there. So just bear with me as I get through the video. What I would like to talk about is when you're doing your metaphysical affirmations, or you're speaking creative words to come into fruition in your life. Once you do or say what it is that you're saying, you have to let it go. That's one trick in order for the universe to basically work its magic a little bit faster. Because what happens when we tend to want to create some sort of abundance in our life? Say it's like, I have $1 million by divine right and perfect ways. You're saying that phrase, but once you say it, you let it go and let the universe do its work. You don't sit there and fret and worry over it after you say it, like all day long. It's like, oh yeah, now I hope the money comes to me, because once again you're cycling back into your old paradigm of you're worried about the money. And it works with anything. I'm just giving you the money thing as an example. But once you say it, you let it go. Then the next day you do it again. Let's say, oh, Brandon, we do this more than once in our practices, right? Yes, we do. But when you say it again the following day, you let it go and don't worry about it for the rest of the day. Let the universe do its work. Because when you start worrying about it or thinking about it afterwards, you're actually interfering with the process a little bit. And all that stuff can maybe confusing, right? It's like your focus and your vision. You have to make sure the vision's stuck in your head, but yet you have to let it go at the same time. I know it's a conundrum for sure. When you have to focus but also let go. That's why when you're teaching metaphysics, or you're practicing it yourself, whatever the case may be, you realize how much it feels like a contradiction almost, but it's not. It's just so different and strange from the way you were trained when you were a child to go and think about money and jobs. It's just a different instruction. Like if you give this information to your child, let's say when they start turning like 5 or 6 years old, they'll definitely, or even earlier, they'll definitely understand the concepts a lot easier, because that's what you trained them in. It's hard for you because you've been conditioned in a different way for such a long time. It's hard to change that. So it's confusing, and it's like, oh, I don't get it. Why is there a contradiction in this and that? It's not a real contradiction. It's because you have been conditioned and taught to think a certain way. That's why you think you think that there's there's like, it doesn't make sense, like it's hypocritical, or however you may view it. But in reality, it's not when you think along those terms. Because once you create something, you let it go to stop worrying about it. Okay, I created it. Move on to the next thing. I got it. That's basically how you kind of have to view it. One other thing I would like to talk about, I know it's been a few days, and I wasn't making a video at the time. We're just discussing, we had a solar eclipse. I think that's the one that happens every 25 years, every quarter century, so it's a really rare one. And we've had a lot of eclipses in the past 5 years, as far as like lunar and stuff. So, in the blood moons and all that stuff, there were a lot of powerful energies are happening. But the solar eclipse that's happening now, the kind of energy that it's giving out is a heavy energy, one that feels like it's like the weight of the world is pressing on your shoulders. Excuse me. Oh man, my throat hurts. And the way people are looking at it online and stuff is like, oh, it's like a doomsday type solar eclipse or whatever. No, solar eclipses are a rejuvenation of energy. People usually attach it to something negative, but what this solar eclipse is doing specifically on this one was it's dredging up old emotions and old paradigms that you have to change and let go. Now, we're talking about this in metaphysics all the time, that you have to let go of the old paradigms. It's dredging up all these emotions and all these people. That's why when you're going out to the grocery store or maybe Walmart, you see everybody in kind of like a doom and gloom type emotion and feeling. You feel that vibe coming off of them, because that's the energy that this is drawing out. So it feels like Armageddon-ish, but it's not, because it's trying to, in the age of Aquarius, they're trying to enlighten people to become awake. So you have to dredge up those old paradigms in order to let them go. It's like the universe is telling you, hey dude, you have to change because this old system's not working. This is the new system, so you got to start accepting it. Start working on your old, your darkness, dark night of the soul, your spiritual practices and this and that, because it's important for you to start aligning yourself with the universe because of a change. So the solar eclipse is definitely one of those. The one we just had was, it's a shift. It's trying to shift reality again. We're trying to go into the 5D reality from the 3D, where the 3D is, oh, we're a victim of circumstances, but now in the 5D reality, we're creators, and like more manifestors. If that makes any sense. So if you've been feeling this heavy weight on your shoulders, or these emotions drawn up between you and your relationships, maybe you're having problems with your partner right now and you don't know why, it might have something to do with some of that stuff, and it's wanting you to let go of that old those old beliefs and come into the new. And if it's doing it for the both of you, then it's trying to get both of you doing it. It's always trying to get everybody doing it. That's why it affects everyone, right? But sorry, the screen is like fading in and out. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I have a new phone, so I'm still trying to work in the ins and outs and trying to figure it out. But anyways, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about today. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I greatly appreciate you guys watching my videos, and have a nice day.